Welcome back to the ETX Thermal Hunter channel. Today, I'm really excited to bring this new review to you today. We're going to be doing a review on an optic that I was really excited to get. I've been trying to get one for quite a while. Thanks to Outdoor Legacy, they provided me the optic to do some testing with. But before we jump into that, do yourself a favor and do me a favor. When this video is over, if you wouldn't mind just sticking around the channel, really appreciate a like, really appreciate a subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of good content, a lot of reviews on optics that we've done over the last few years, but there'll be a lot more coming this year, a lot more new optic reviews coming out very soon. Also, you can find me on Instagram at ETX Thermal Hunter. I do a lot of posting there, a lot of content there. Try to be very responsive on both YouTube and Instagram. So if you have any questions about any optics we've reviewed or have any questions about optics that maybe I haven't reviewed, but you want to find out more information, feel free to shoot me a DM or drop comments on these videos in YouTube. So I've hunted with the Wraith HD for several years. It's actually a scope I've hunted with on my rifles. It's now on my daughter's rifle. Done lots of daytime hunts with it, nighttime hunts with it. Overall, absolutely love the optic. Image quality, price point, everything that you get feature-wise is outstanding. My only big complaint was over time, moving up from rifle to rifle, especially being on my daughter's rifle, it's just a little heavy. So I was really looking for something that's going to provide really great image quality for both daytime and nighttime hunting, as well as something that's going to be a little bit smaller form factor, a little bit lighter, a little bit more compact. So that's one of the those are kind of the two main things that really draw my attention to the 4K Mini. And let me tell you, it didn't disappoint. So this is the form factor. This is the scope we're going to be talking about. This is the Sightmark Wraith 4K Mini. Now this model right here is the 2-power model. Just like in the Wraith HD, it also comes in a 4 base power magnification. So we're going to do a quick walk around of the scope. I'm going to go through some specs of it, and then I'm going to really call out the features to me that made this optic outstanding. And just a spoiler alert, it's probably going to be my new favorite digital nighttime and daytime optic. Definitely going to be putting one on my rifle, and it's probably going to replace the Sightmark Wraith HD. Just for what I was looking for, thought it was an outstanding scope. So let's get into it. So a couple things right here that stand out. Obviously, form factor, very, very small and compact. So it comes with really nice lens caps that pop open. They're spring loaded, so they get out of the way. Same on your eyepiece. It's got a focusable display, as well as a focusable 32mm objective lens. It's got a really nice throw lever on it, so it makes it really easy to focus. You have your USB-C as well as your micro USB power port in here. Nice waterproofing. One thing I liked about this, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, is it's got a little port just for your USB-C cord, so you can plug that in and not have to pull this whole place off to get, expose your SD card. You got your keypad up here, so this is your power button. Up and down zooms in, left and right changes your mode from daytime to nighttime, as well as turns on your recording. On this side, you got your battery compartment. Click right here. Really quick, easy to open your battery. It runs off of CR123. We'll cover that in a second. Also comes with, this one currently has the American Defense QD mount on it, but it comes with a single latch Sightmark Wraith Sightmark mount. So you'll get that as well. In addition to this, what comes in the box is you also get an 850nm IR light. There is no place to mount this on the optic, so it comes with a Picatinny rail mount, so you can mount it on a Picatinny rail on your rifle. It also comes with a rubber eyepiece, so you can take this end cap off right here on the end of the Sightmark Wraith Mini, pop that off, and you can go ahead and pop on. Do it. Live demos are always tough, but we'll go ahead and pop this on. And now you can just put your rubber eyepiece on. So you don't want to use that, no big deal. You can pop this back on, and now you have your protected objective lens. Also comes with a USB-C power cord. So it's also got a angled import for the scope, and then a normal USB-A for plugging into a power bank. So that's kind of what comes with the scope. We'll go over some specs real quick. So it comes in a 2-power and a base magnification and a 4 base power magnification. The 2-power has a max zoom of 16, and the 4 base magnification has a max magnification of 32 power. Originally, when it was released a couple years ago, it was had a price point of $799, so right at $800. As of February in 2024, it has a price point. They lowered it. Sightmark lowered it to $699, so right at the $700 part. So, go over some quick specs. It's a 4K, so it's got a 3840 by 2160 digital sensor, so that's a 4K sensor. It's got built-in video and audio recording. That's key. 4K image capture as well. It can accept up to a 256 gig micro SD card, so gives you a little bit more flexibility on adding a larger capacity SD card over the HD that was only a 64 gig max. Probably that's because the 4K images and videos are going to be larger because they're in 4K. Field of view for the 2 power, you're going to get 40 feet at 100 yards, and for the 4 power, you're going to get 21 feet field of view at 100 yards. With the stock IR light, says you're going to get about 300 yards to be able to see distance wise in nighttime mode. I'd say 200 yards tops, maybe 175. I run mine with the Sniper Hog Lights LRX 66 LRX, and I was easily seeing past 500, no problem. So keep that in mind. Probably want to upgrade the light, but out of the box, being able to use it works just fine. Runtime on the CR123 batteries, I was getting about 3.5 hours of battery runtime. I noticed that it did get a little bit better battery, life on running the CR123s versus the Wraith HD that I have that runs 4 AA batteries. So keep that in mind. But running it on a USB-C power pack, probably the better way to go. Overall form factor, it's 6.3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. So very small, a lot smaller than the Wraith HD. It's got a weight of 1.35 pounds. So my Wraith HD, it's with the mount and batteries for the 4 power, it was at 2.39 pounds. So considerably lighter, like almost a pound lighter than that. So that was a good reduction in weight to my rifle. Really like that. So kind of the specs. Now we're going to jump into why this stood out, why I was interested in it, and kind of my overall take. So there was 4 really big things that stood out to me on why I was really wanting to field test this device, and really what's probably going to put it as my #1 digital night vision optic that I've had the pleasure of hunting with, and it's probably more likely going to be the one that goes on my rifle. So first and foremost, the 4K image. I wanted to be able to capture a lot of daytime hunts as well as nighttime hunts with an optic that gives me the ability to record my hunts, record my shots. Sightmarks, these Wraiths, you can watch the video. So when you take a video, you can actually watch it back through the scope. So like if you have a shot and you want to, it's the same with the HD as well, the Wraith HD, but on the 4K minis as well, and on the Maxes, 4K Maxes, you can actually take a shot, and then you can go to playback mode, and it'll show you in the viewfinder that video. So, or your pictures you captured. So, in the moment you make a shot, you kind of question, is it a good shot or not during the day, or at night, you can watch it back and, see your shot right there on the scope. So, but the image quality on this Wraith 4K Mini is great. Absolutely loved it. Daytime photo was awesome. Nighttime was really great. I was able to shoot a few hogs, see some coyotes and stuff while we're out hunting. Image quality was outstanding. Probably the best feature for me was having the audio with the video. So having built-in video recording that includes the audio, that was one thing that the Sightmark Wraith HD was lacking. And I talked about that on that review that I did there, is I really like to hear the audio. I like to hear my shots. I like to hear the conversations with the people I'm hunting with. I like to hear the caller running. All that is very important to me when I'm capturing videos. And so I really wanted, I really needed an optic that had video with audio recording, and this one does. So that was huge. Really great addition to this model. The other thing, form factor, I've kind of mentioned this. I wanted something small and compact. I wanted something that would reduce the overall weight of my rifle, but I didn't want to sacrifice a lower quality scope. I still wanted to have video recording, so I wanted to have all those capabilities, but I wanted it in a smaller form factor. This is one of the smallest digital night vision optics that has 4K image quality and resolution on the market. There's a lot of other people and makers that make digital night vision scopes. A lot of them are larger form factors, and I don't think anybody on the market has a form factor as small as this in 4K for daytime and nighttime capabilities. That was huge to me. So that was one of the main reasons it stood out, and it didn't disappoint. So form factor and then weight. It's almost half the weight of the Sightmark Wraith HD. That was big for me. So really, that was one of the biggest pluses for me. And now another thing that I really liked about this is the battery system. The 4 AA's, I'm not a real big fan of using 4 AA's or the AA's on the Wraith HD. Yeah, I normally ran it off of a power pack, but it was the micro SD or micro USB. I really want it. I mean, I love the USB-Cs. They're easy available cords. I've got a ton of them. They are pretty reliable. They don't get bent or bust very easily. So you can run off a power pack, but also the door. You had to like turn this screw and take this whole thing off on the micro HD. This is nice, having a quick button, pops your lid up. You can dump your batteries out really easy, put new batteries in, and you're good to go. You're back up and running. I thought that the CR123 battery life in this optic, I got better battery life than I did with the 4 AA's in the Wraith HD. So the battery system to me was a big upgrade, and being able to use the USB-C, that was huge. Comboed with this little port where you can just pull open and just put your USB-C in there, that was awesome. So you don't have to pull this whole rubber protection that covers your SD card and everything. You can just pull this up, put your cable in, plug it into your power bank, and you're good to go. Also having CR123s, I like that. With all that said, this is probably, like I said, my favorite digital nighttime optic. The 2 power is what I was testing. Now, if you're shooting close shots, thought the 2 power worked absolutely great. I'll probably be getting the 4 power just for the fact that I'm going to probably use it for daytime hunting more, being able to see a little bit farther. A lot of my shots are a lot farther during the daytime, and so probably the 4 power works better for me. But both of these models have outstanding image quality, all these great features. This definitely is taking the lead in my favorite digital night vision optic that's on the market. And for $800 is what it came out at, and now being able to get it for $700, and with the light, being able to daytime and nighttime hunt straight out of the box, don't think you can go wrong. So if you want to find out more about this, jump out to Outdoor Legacy Gear's webpage. You can read reviews on it, see content from it. You can also order one right there from the website. You can also contact Outdoor Legacy Gear and talk to Jason or Hans. They'd be happy to give you their opinion of this optic, and that's at 877-350-1818. They'll be glad to answer any of your questions. So thank y'all for checking out this review. It's going to be more to come this year, but as always, stay safe in the field and God bless. Thanks, y'all.